Calvin Coolidge said, "Economics is the method by which we prepare today for the improvements of tomorrow." How do you interpret that quote? Economics is the study of the production, distribution, and consumption of all goods and services. Literally, economics impacts every business decision, all the way, including a global perspective, down to an individual perspective. We're going to talk about three main topics for economics: inflation, deflation, and economies of scale. Let's say a balloon represents inflation and deflation. The more you inflate a balloon, the greater it becomes. Well, inflation represents a general increase in prices over the entire economy. The greater inflation becomes, the greater prices become. As something deflates, it becomes less in size. In our economy, as deflation grows, prices become less and less. Now, what is bad about inflation and deflation? Let's look at them at both extremes. What happens if you take a balloon and you keep inflating it, inflating it, inflating it? Wow. What happens when you take a balloon and you let go of it to deflate it the fastest way possible? Now, how can those two illustrations be symbolic of our economy? In our economy, extremes of both inflation and deflation are dangerous. If our prices become too inflated, they become unaffordable. General goods and services are simply too expensive. If prices deflate, they become so low that businesses are unwilling to produce those goods. Are you hungry? How does economies of scale represent your dessert choice? Let's say you have one pie and 3 friends. How big should that piece of pie be? Let's say it's a small pie. Then you and your 3 friends are going to get 4 small pieces. But let's say it's a large pie. Now, you and your friends get a big piece. Economies of scale is represented in the same way. The larger the economy, the greater the benefit to each person. Looking at our balloon and pie examples, can you better identify ways our economy is impacted by inflation, deflation, and economies of scale?